I'm okay. I mean, but
Wait, you in a bad car?
yeah, I was. Right here on the right place.
Here's more of my interview with singer-songwriter and devoted Army wife, Becca Rae. I know you have probably told this story a lot as you perform the song. The first song on Strength is Wherever You Are, Morgan's song. So
That's right.
tell us a little bit about Morgan.
I wrote Wherever You Are, Morgan's song, when I was living in Nashville.
Okay.
Morgan and I were dating back then. He's my husband now. At the time, he was deployed to Iraq, and I was just missing him. I was lonely, and I remember sitting on my windowsill in Nashville in my apartment, looking out the window, and it was raining, and I thought, I hope he is not half as miserable wherever he is as I am right now. So I started writing that song, and really, truly, I wrote that song about the relationship between Morgan and I. It was a song about my feelings for him.
Sure.
And it was a really personal story, I felt.
Right.
So a couple of years later, when I posted that song on my MySpace, I was totally overwhelmed because wives, military wives, from all over the world started sending me messages saying, that song, what you're singing in that song is exactly what I'm going through. And people, you know, all these wives are saying, I can relate to it because my husband's deployed or my boyfriend's deployed, and it just took on a whole new life.
Oh,
and
I'm sure.
That's amazing to me. That's amazing.
And I can see where that song connected. But it doesn't just connect with Army wives.
That's right. I feel like anyone that's ever missed somebody, who's ever had a long, lonely, rainy night, can understand, you know, that song.
Well, it's a special song, and it's a special story behind it.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, one of the things I was struck with, you don't have to live a long time to have a lot to say through your music.
That's all right.
And it's one thing I sure want to get across to our viewers. This is a great album, but you're working on number 2, right?
I am.
So tell me the difference between Strength and the new CD in your mind. Walk us through it. What's the difference?
I feel like Strength was really an album about hard times and making it through difficult things in life with strength. You know, that's kind of the theme. And so those songs are really, you know, blood, sweat, and tears and long, lonely nights. And I'm just at a different place in my life now where there's not long, lonely nights or quite so many tears, you know?
Right.
The new album is fun and it's upbeat and it's carefree and it's just more about happy times and spending time with the people you love. It's just a different feel.
Spending time with people you love should be high on our priority list.
That's right.
There's a particular song on there that we immediately loved, and that was Stay in Bed. My wife and I could play it 100 times, and I'm sure that once our viewers hear it, they'll feel the same way. I gotta ask you the story behind it because I know it's a good one. It's gotta be.
Stay in Bed is a totally different kind of song. Stay in Bed isn't a blood, sweat, and tears hard time song. It is just a fun song. Morgan had been working really hard. He was in the field 2-3 weeks at a time when we were stationed at Fort Lewis. And so there was a lot of times when I was sitting at home waiting on Morgan, writing songs. And so I started writing this song, Stay in Bed, about, you know, when he gets home, I'm just going to lock him in the bedroom and keep him for ransom until the Army demands him back, because we just didn't have enough lazy days, the two of us, where we could just stay in bed all day long and spend time together. Yeah,
without all the interruptions that come along with life.
That's right.
Yeah. Like I said, even though you wrote it from being an Army wife and the life that you and Morgan lived together, but everybody else can relate to it too.
I think anybody who wants to spend time with someone they love.
We need that time.
You need those lazy weekends. You need those times when you just unplug the phone and it's just you and me, buddy.
Well, it's just another great song.
Thank you.
If you'll play it for us, I know we'll enjoy it. Great.
Up next, Becca's going to sing her signature song, Let's Stay in Bed, and give us some advice that we can all apply to our lives. And we'll reveal our special guest on the next episode of The Right Place. And here's a clue. This artist had 6 #1 hits and 17 Billboard charted singles. So don't go away.